All right, welcome back to the Brown Balls Podcast, episode 20.
Last
Almost a new
one of
year,
the
man.
year, bro. Last one of the year of
Last one of
2024.
2024, man. Holy moly, we are here. We're consistent. We're going to keep doing this
Yeah, bro.
consistently, whether or not anyone's watching us or not, or listening to us. We'll be here every
We're
single Monday.
We're gonna be here, man. Exactly. We started at 8/24, bro. August
Heck yeah,
24th.
man.
We're ending off the year of 2024, heading into 25 strong, man. And we gotta celebrate LBJ King's birthday. LeBron's birthday today. Gotta rep my Lakers. So I see you got an LA hat on, dude. So of course, man.
Dodgers, man.
And
Heck yeah.
I had to
Cool.
wear the Kobe's last game hat, which is 24-8, man, which I
Oh,
went
yeah, man.
to. Because, we started 8/24, man. How can I not forget and represent,
Heck yeah, dude. Well, we have a lot to go over. A lot of NFL stuff happening, some NBA controversies happening. So let's start with NFL first, though, man. So we had Monday Night Football game, the Lions against the Niners.
Yep.
Pretty much everyone's. I think the gist was the Lions didn't need to play this game because the main game is next week, right, against the Vikings.
The outcome will not affect the outcome will not affect next week at all.
Game, right?
Exactly.
So were you surprised? Because the Lions won 40-34. Were we surprised that they still played all their starters? Jared Goff was out there the whole game. Jamar Gibbs was still playing all the downs. Like, were you kind of surprised by that, or would you have rested them?
Man, honestly, since the game, doesn't matter. I mean, why even kind of give them a mini bye, get ready for the big showdown Sunday Night Football next week, against the Vikings. But then at the same time, do you want them to kind of be off their game a little too? Because Vikings are playing really, really good right now, man. So
yeah.
Look, I'm just glad no one got injured. I mean, I know Purdy got injured in the end, but their season's already over, so I don't know how serious his injury was, but he went out the game, right? But it's kind of give and take. I mean, if an injury would have happened, then it would have been like, what a bad move, right? But nothing happened. It was a high-scoring game. I mean, it was a fun game, actually. What's your take on it, man?
Yeah. Same. I think it's kind of like I would have just said go rest the players. You know what? The big game is next week. Obviously, you want to beat the Vikings because if they go down to 13-3, they beat the Vikings, they still win the division no matter when they get first place. So I would have probably done that. But knowing how Dan Campbell is and the way he coaches, he's always like we're going all out. We're gonna go and run it down everyone's throat. We're gonna be there every single game. Like, he doesn't believe in taking any games off, whether or not people are injured or not. He's still full steam ahead, which I appreciate about him. And like you said, luckily no one got injured. But if someone did, like, this would have been a huge thing. Like, the media would have been all over Dan Campbell. Like, what are you doing out there? Why are you putting Jared Goff? He got injured, whatever. But luckily no one did. So
exactly.
I mean, good win for the Lions for sure, because they were down for, I would say,
majority
first
of the
half
game.
They were down, and then they came back.
Majority of the game they were down. Starting second half, they scored and kind of made it close and got the lead and never gave it back. But yeah, man. I mean, this game could have had an implication on NFC West actually if Sunday Night Football didn't go right.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So that's, I mean, if you don't know about it, it's basically Rams and Seattle, are even in the first four tiebreakers. So the Rams and Seattle are tied, basically, against in divisions, outside division. The opponent they played versus, they're tied, and so basically the last thing that came down to was strength of schedule, right? And so we needed 3.5 teams to win for us to kind of clinch it. So next week game doesn't matter. And the Washington game, we needed Washington to win, which they did. If they didn't win, then we had to have Niners win today. And I mean, obviously I hate the Niners, and look, as it shows, we can't rely on stupid Niners here. They didn't even come through. So thank God, I didn't have to worry about it. So it's good.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch this game, honestly. I was just kind of preoccupied with something. But again, I didn't think most people were going to be tuning into this game because again, the Lions don't care. Niners are out, so no one's really caring about this game specifically. Let's go into Wednesday Night Football, which was the Christmas Day game.
Yes.
Chiefs Steelers. That was not even close. Chiefs blew out the Steelers 20-10. Mahomes and company look unstoppable, man. They're winding up for a three-peat. I'm like, this is
I
a
told
surprise.
you,
They
right?
coasted
Beginning of the
by, and
year.
now they're just like
I
on
told you,
fire.
beginning of the year, man. Remember when we picked? I'm
scary.
my Chiefs are most likely going to repeat as a three-peat. First team ever, actually. Nobody has ever done that in NFL, right? Not even the GOAT, Brady himself, hasn't done that. So it's going to be crazy. They're going to be going for that, but I'm more surprised with the Steelers. Put it this way: you won the bet, so you're up 10. I mean, because that was the only game that we deferred on. I said that Steelers were going to win, and you had the Chiefs winning. But honestly, I didn't expect Mike Tomlin team losing 3 straight though.
Yeah.
I mean, now by them losing this, it doesn't even matter about the division. They're sliding in the wild card seeding as well too, right? So I don't know, man.
What do you think about the Steelers? So do you think, because the last 3 weeks they haven't looked good. The offense does not look good at all. Defense is kind of becoming shaky a little bit. Like, I know early in the season people thought Steelers were going to be a powerhouse. They're a good defensive team. They really slipped. Do you think they make any noise in the playoffs the way they're playing now, or you think it's just going to be like whatever?
They're gonna be first in outbounds. Nobody fears them, man. Nobody fears Russell. Russell Wilson and their offense, man. I mean, Tomlin, he's a good coach and all that, but he doesn't really have the players that he can win with, right? But no one fears Steelers, man. I mean, if you're one of the top, 2 through, other division winners, you want to face the Steelers because that'll be an easy victory for you to move on to second round. No one fears it, but I mean, I'm surprised that they lost 3 straight, and I really felt that they would have, beaten, KC, and
because KC was gonna. I mean, they're probably gonna definitely bench next year for sure. I mean, next game.
So tell me this: what would you do in this case? Would you go and play against the Broncos, because there is a playoff implication in that one too?
For the Bengals, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and the Miami Dolphins. They're both in it still, right? And so the way it goes is that if Broncos loses, then Miami has the first dibs to get into the wild card as long as they win. But for Bengals, they need Broncos and the Dolphins to lose, right? For Bengals to just get in. And so that's how it's going to work. So if you're the Chiefs, you get to kind of pick, because, if you want Bengals in it or not,
That's the thing. So if I was the Chiefs, I would say I would let the Broncos win.
Exactly.
Because you would not want to face the Bengals.
You don't want to
at all.
The only team that's beaten Mahomes in the playoffs is drumroll, Burrow, back in 2021.
Yeah. So if I was the Chiefs, I would just say, again, not that they're going to face him in the second round by any means, but like I would not want to take that chance of having the Bengals in there. So I would just let Denver win. Denver's probably going to knock down the first round anyways. So let it be as it is. Or even the Dolphins, but you do not want to face the Bengals, especially the way the last few weeks have been playing. You don't want to face the Bengals right now. They have that, like that, the Green Bay and the New York Giants kind of vibe going now, where they're on fire, they're slow, the defense is playing well, everyone's in on page. You don't want to face that, and if you can have the power to just say, nope, your season ends here, we're gonna let the Broncos win, then that's it.
Yeah, man.
I'd probably just do that.
I agree with you, man. If I'm the Chiefs, just rest everyone, man. Let them go to I'll call up
the Carson Wentz play.
Yeah, he's gonna play good though. But if I'm the GM for Chiefs, I'll just tell Taylor Swift to have a concert and have a throw for the players, and let them, the starters go to the concert and enjoy themselves, But man, there's no. Why would you want to face Burrow in the playoffs, man? Burrow's
you don't want that.
Lethal,
you do not want that.
Lethal, man.
Yeah, so that's probably what's gonna happen. I think the Chiefs lose, Broncos win, and they get into the playoffs and probably get knocked out. Next up, we got the Ravens and Texans. Again, not a close game. The Texans are not impressive whatsoever. 31-2. They'll probably get knocked in the first round as well by.
Dude, what's up with Texans, man? Like, they don't look good at all, man. What's wrong with them, man? I know you were a little high on the QB, second year QB, but
CJ Stroud, yeah. I thought he would have a good second year, but he's kind of I mean, not at least not living up to expectations for second year. They still won the division, that's great for them. But that division is not very competitive at all. I mean, Indianapolis, you saw how everything went down over there. And Texans are in, but they're not going to be good at all.
Them Broncos, they're gonna be knocked out right away, man. Steelers, those three teams are gonna be knocked out. So I mean, it was whatever game.
Then we got the Seahawks and the Bears. What a way for Seahawks to win 6-3. I didn't watch this game. I'm glad I didn't. This was probably a
That was
snooze
the
fest,
boringest game
honestly.
ever, man. Like again, dude, Caleb had a chance to kind of go to a winning drive. I do.
Exactly.
This guy is now. There are reports coming out that he's entitled. His behavior and his work ethic
You can
is not
tell.
there, right?
Because as the first pick, he was handed everything in college. Whatever you want to do, offense was for him, and he's just you kind of create that entitlement on somebody, and especially with the Bears, like they did a lot for him. I'll give the Bears that they did give him a good offensive unit out there. Like two legit receivers out there that can do really well, and it just shows you that he's not ready. He
Mm-mm.
he could be good in the future, but he's not ready for this stage at all.
He looks bad,
Do you
man.
think the Bears continue starting him next year? Or would you want him to maybe sit for like 6 months, maybe have like someone like Joe Flacco come in, somebody who's a veteran, learn, and then go back in?
I mean, it's too late, man. They can't really they gotta see what they have in him and just continue starting him. They need a coach. You know what they need, man? They need a hard nosed coach that can coach him. I don't know if he's a hard nosed. He's not an offensive coach. He needs to
Yeah,
coach like
that's true.
someone that like demands respect, like Shanahan, McVay. Kind of right away, like a hard nosed coach, but also has an offensive mindset. What to do, right? So, I mean,
Yeah,
they need
because
to.
Cliff Kingsbury is out there, but he's not gonna be good. Ben Johnson is another one that's going out there, but
Yeah,
he's not hard nosed.
that's the thing, man. He needs like tough love, man. And so Chicago. I mean, they said Chicago's a most coveted job right now. So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
they have everything except for the QB right now. So,
Well, your prediction of him being the best QB in the division slowly went down halfway
oh
through the
man,
season.
right away after like 3 games, I was like, oh hell no! I declared myself wrong about that shit, man.
So Jane Dan pretty much secured a rookie of the year, right? What do you think? Him or Bo Nix probably. Probably Jane
I
Daniels though.
honestly, it's gonna be close. Bo gave run for his money for sure, but
Yeah.
I think the performance he put up Sunday Night Football yesterday, man, that was a big time
Hmm.
performance. He ran
Oh
like
yeah.
crazy, man. So it was like
Yeah.
he won it by himself too. So great game, by him. I feel so.
Yeah. All right. We got the Chargers and the Patriots. Chargers blowing them out 40-7. Again, Chargers are pretty much in the wild cards. They're
They
good.
clinched it.
They clinched it. Yep. Bengals being the Broncos, huge game for the Bengals for sure. This was a good game up until the
Gosh,
very end. Went to
man,
overtime.
up
Yeah,
and down, overtime
great game.
game, man.
When the
Like,
kicker missed that field goal, I thought for sure the Bengals were going to lose it. And then, of course, Bo Nix was an interception at the very last second to give Burrow a chance to win it, to tie the game and go into OT. That was
but what
crazy,
a
man.
throw by Bo Nix, end of the fourth, though, man. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was
Clock
crazy.
winding
That was
down.
crazy.
Like, god dang. That was a Caleb throw, but Caleb didn't do anything with that.
Yeah,
That was a
that
Thanksgiving
was a
Caleb throw right there.
crazy
That was
throw.
Thanksgiving Caleb throw, but
Yeah,
Bo
fade
Nix knew
to
what he
the
was doing,
right.
man. That was a
That
beautiful
was
throw, man.
crazy.
And that game lived up to the
Yeah,
expectation because basically
yeah,
by them winning, Bengals winning, gave them chances last week, and see what happens, right? And
yeah.
so, yeah.
All right. So hopefully, again, I want the Bengals to to make it to the playoffs. They
We'll
have a
make it
very slim
interesting, man.
chance.
Yep.
Yeah, the Chiefs are probably gonna I'm pretty sure they're gonna let the Broncos win. But I would love to see Joe Burrow in the playoffs, man. That team would make so much noise. It'd be good. It'd be great for football for
Oh,
sure.
hell yeah.
All right, next up we got the Rams and the Cardinals. Rams being this one 13-9. Cardinals were pretty much out of it. Rams securing their division with this one pretty much.
The game was close, man. Game was
Yeah, it was
close.
until the very end.
If it wasn't for the interception, I think Murray was going to score that touchdown, man.
Yeah.
That game, man, had a playoff feel to it. The one thing, I'll tell you with my Rams, man, that they made the playoffs, I'm so happy, is that, a few weeks ago, they played Buffalo, right, where they scored in 40s. Offense was going crazy. And then right away, everyone wanted to kind of like point out the defense wasn't good enough, even though Buffalo also allowed the same amount of goddamn points, but they want to pick on the Rams, saying Rams defense is not there, so we don't consider them serious, right? But then, man, the next 3 games, we kept opponent under 10 points, including Niners, Jets, and then Arizona. No. I
Well,
understand those teams are not good, right? But it's
yeah,
still NFL. It's kind of like saying somebody got to score, right, man? I mean, if you're Charlotte Hornets in basketball, someone's gonna score 25 points, 20 points. Some like Charles Barkley said, someone got to score, right? So in NFL, keeping a team under 10 points in this day and age is kind of hard, because everyone can, flat out run, and they're professional players, right?
yeah.
So what I'm trying where I'm trying to get at it is that Rams kind of flexed on all those naysayers and showed up with their defense and kind of kept the opponent under 10 points and won those games. And also, like, they're the first team in NFL history, man, to actually make the playoffs in a season when they're 3 games below 500. First team ever.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it was a rough start to the year for sure.
1-4, man. 1-4. And last year we were 3-6 at one point, and we made the playoffs. And after the bye, we took off. And same thing with this year. After the bye, we won like 8 out of 9 or 9 out of 10 now, or whatever you want to call it. But we took off, man. So kudos to Rams, man. I mean, honestly, Sean McVay doesn't get enough credit in the Coach of the Year. But the job he has done this year, man, like, Puka being out for the first 5 games, Cooper Kupp being out for the first 5 games. I think you had Stafford kind of being dinged up here and there, So the job, Sean McVay did, man, it's incredible. And I'm surprised he's not talked about it more as Coach of the Year. He deserves it.
There's better stories out there, though.
I mean, who? I mean, think about what other coach would you want to give it to overall, like, that surprised you?
Over at the Vikings. No one expected the Vikings to be this
That's
good.
true. Okay, fine, Vikings. Okay, I agree with that. But besides Vikings, right? I mean, Eagles expected what Eagles were going to do. Chiefs expected what Chiefs were going to do, right?
Maybe
I mean,
Lions.
Baltimore knew what Baltimore was going to do, right? Another one is from Chargers, Harbaugh. He did a great job, too.
Harbaugh.
So I do think those 3 candidates will get recognition, hopefully, so. But
no, McVay definitely should get some for sure, because, I was trying out 1-4. It's tough. And then losing a defensive player like AD and trying to rebuild that, like, it's huge, obviously. But I guess, and also in the Rams division, the teams aren't very good. Like, Seahawks are not very good. They're a good team, but not like super good. Yeah, the kudos to Rams. They have a potential to be a powerhouse in terms of like offensively. It just matters whether or not their defense will show up. And defense has shown up last 3 games against weaker opponents for sure. But we'll see how it stacks up when you face a playoff team like the Eagles or something like that. Who knows?
Well, man, honestly, I thought they would make the playoffs as a wild card team, but winning a division,
you take division, man. Take division.
That's crazy, man. That game was good, man. That was a really good game with Cardinals playing hard, So that was good. And so
all right, next up we got the Bills and the Jets. Bills winning this one 40-14. I think the biggest controversy in this one was again Aaron Rodgers asking to be subbed out when they were down 40-0, and Tyrod Taylor came in to score 2 touchdowns. But the game would have been 40-0. Looks like the everybody is, and the Jets players are pretty much anti Aaron Rodgers. Someone has already said, if you resign him, I'm not coming back.
Garrett Wilson,
trade me out of here. Garrett Wilson, right? Pretty much said that. So, like, I mean, again, we ask this every single week, but the Jets, right? They should just be done with Aaron Rodgers at this point. Just let him walk, because they let someone like Sam Darnold walk away, and look at him now. They were better last year with Zach Wilson, than Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know what more Aaron Rodgers can provide for this team. Like, he's been just he has the 3rd or 4th worst QBR in a game since 1960, something like that. It's crazy. 1.8. That never happens.
And what, I'll tell you right now, man, Rodgers is not done. He's not gonna go out like this. People are thinking that he's gonna retire. He's not gonna retire.
No.
He might say that, I don't know if I'm gonna come back and play. That's gonna be his whole spiel, like Brett Favre did. Rodgers is not gonna go out with his last season like this. There's no way, So, and again, I think it'll make a really good storybook if he goes to the Niners, where he's from, like San Francisco area or Bay Area, and play under Mike. What's his name? Shanahan. And so that'll be great.
They're potentially going to offer Brock Purdy over $200 million contract. It's crazy to me.
They are, man.
I don't think he's worth $200 million.
I don't think so.
I'd rather take the chance with
2 years of
Rodgers for 1 year. Yeah,
exactly.
Take a chance.
I agree with you, man.
You never know.
Exactly.
All right, next game that no one watched is Saints and Raiders. Raiders win this one 25
So what are they?
to 10.
So
I don't know
what
why
are
the
Raiders
Raiders
even
are
doing,
winning.
man? They dropped from having the
Why are they
third
winning?
best odds to having the eighth best odds, or so, or seventh best odds,
Yeah.
or something like that. You know,
Yeah. I don't know why they're winning.
Why are they winning this back-to-back games like this? Like, what's wrong with them? It doesn't make any
Because
sense.
they need a good QB. That's what they need. And so the best QB in the draft wants to be a Raider. So why are you pushing yourself away from potentially getting
It's
it?
funny he wants to be a
It
Raider.
doesn't
That's the
make
funny
sense.
thing. Yeah, right. So
Right?
that game was so stupid for them to even win that. Man, I was just shocked.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I guess players are going to play hard, right? That's good. I guess. I mean,
I guess yeah.
They're playing for their
Same as the next game that we're talking about, Giants and Colts. Giants they were 2 and
they had the number one odds to get number one
they
pick.
had number one odds, and then
now they fall to
Colts.
number 3 or something or whatever. Like,
yeah,
that sucks.
So the Giants win at home, which is the first time they've won all year at home.
And snap a 10-game losing streak or something, right?
I mean, they made what's his name? They made Drew Lock look a freaking Pro Bowler out there. He had 4 touchdowns, 309 yards, just throwing dimes everywhere. Malik Neighbors going nuts, 171 yards. Like, what? And the Colts just completely no idea what they're doing. I mean, they were in the hunt and they just killed themselves out of it just because of losing to the Giants. I don't know how you lose to the Giants.
Bro, that game,
crazy.
It's funny because Drew Lock says that, well, this team deserves to win, win at least a game. It's like, dude, you're the most villain person right now because they don't want to win right now. The city, the team, the fan base, the dude does not want you to win right now. They want you to just get the best, worst odds ever and just kind of have the number one pick. And some teams I don't get what they're doing.
Shador would do fine in New York Giants too. It's New York. Who would want to play in New York?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That was an interesting game. I watched that one. I was just like, why did Giants put him? But interesting. Eagles killing the Cowboys 41-7 on the third string quarterback. Kenny Pickett had that weird, hilarious thing. I don't know if you saw that. It's been memed out of crazy. But yeah, I mean, this was expected.
Saquon goes off, Cowboys. Man.
Saquon went off.
Did you hear what Michael Parsons said?
Oh, what did he say?
He's such a stupid quote. He's like, if you get rid of the score, you and just watch the game, you can see how competitive the game was.
Oh God.
What was competitive about it, man? Eagles was rolling all over you guys, scoring left and right.
167 yards is not competitive for Saquon. He's just 20, and then he sat out. They sat him out because he was dominating that much.
And they brought third string QB for Eagles, and he scored too.
Yeah, I know.
He threw his first career TD, man, and
so. I don't know, man. Micah Parsons, I think he's trying to say the right things to get the clicks and to be a good quote unquote leader, but the culture in the Cowboys is just really bad. They're not going anywhere fast, anyways.
Hey, before you continue, hold on. Before you continue, it came out later last week that Jerry Jones said that bringing back Mike McCarthy is not out of the equation yet. What did you take on that?
He's gonna bring him back. He's gonna bring him back.
That's the stupidest shit. Why would you even bring him back, dude? What's wrong with you?
Because he needs somebody out there who will do as he says. That's why Jason Garrett had his job for 9 years, and even though they were terrible under him, he kept his job until he resigned because it's that is what it is. I mean, that's the Cowboys, man. This Cowboys culture is Jerry Jones number one. Besides that, nothing else matters.
That's horrible, man. That's horrible. The team tanked because of what happened last year, and this team was supposed to produce well. Yeah, Dak Prescott being out, that's fine, whatever. But still, this team is still good enough to make the playoffs, So I was surprised. If they bring him back, man, I'll be so shocked because his contract is over. So you don't have to fire him. You can just mutually part ways and just kind of move on. You don't have to make him look bad.
There's nobody else there. There's nobody else in the horizon for him.
Dude, Ron Rivera will be good for that team.
Ron Rivera is very, very hard-nosed. He's a little tough.
Did you hear today the report came out that Rex Ryan said that he's going to get interviewed by Jets again?
That's a good call.
Going back to the Jets, that's insane. He's a good coach. I like him. I always liked him. He's a good defensive head, very good coach. He's a good coach. Yeah. You know what? That's the type of coach.
To say, get Raj out here.
That's the type of coach that Caleb needs.
Oh,
Rex Ryan.
Yeah, hard-nosed, accountable coach.
Old school guy, dude. That's the kind of coach he needs, man. But yeah, man, go ahead, move on with the next game, dude. But yeah, I wanted to kind of
No, well, I think the last one for this one is Saquon. So Saquon is 101 yards away from being the Rams' record.
Dickerson,
Do
man.
you think he should sit out, or do you think they should let him
I
play?
would have
This is
said
against the Giants.
I would have said any other team sit out and be healthy.
Yeah, but
But
not
the
Giants.
team
Yeah.
that freaking let you go and test the market and said that you
I
go see what your
agree.
worth is,
Yes.
break this record that hasn't been broken in over 30 years. Go break
Yeah.
that shit, man. And
Yeah.
and honestly,
I agree.
I don't know if you heard over the weekend or last week, Dickerson, even though
Mhm.
he's a Ram legend, the great running back, he's a little salty there, man. I don't know if you heard his quotes. He doesn't want him to
What do
break
you
the
say?
record, and then he kind of gives him a backward compliment, a compliment saying that, well, if he breaks it, well, I did it in 16. He's doing it in 17 games.
That's the biggest thing. People are saying that, like, oh, it's 2 more games that he needed to break the record.
But then didn't Dickerson break OJ's record 16 when OJ did it in 15?
Yeah, I know.
I don't see OJ saying
It's his
that.
pettiness, man. It's his pettiness.
I don't see
It's like
I
that.
don't see OJ saying that. Oh wait, I did it in 15 games and you did it in 16, and now
Yeah.
come on, man. Honestly, dude,
Is
like
it?
records are meant to be broken, and if a player
Yeah.
can do it, do it. Like.
I mean, and honestly, Saquon's been amazing this year. Like he should be MVP. He's not going to get it, but he should be. He's my MVP. If I had a vote, and I don't, if I had a vote, I would vote him as MVP because he's having a legendary year.
Last week,
single-handedly keeping the Eagles relevant.
Last week, I said that Josh Allen, the way he was playing, should deserve an MVP. But we both said if Saquon can somehow break Dickerson's record, Dickerson's record that hasn't been broken, and getting that 2,000 yards that not a lot of players have done either, he should win the MVP, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this record is like untouchable kind of thing. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, you literally have to average like 130 yards a game just to get it,
Yeah.
And for him to like have a chance to do it, and now he's gonna have a chance to do it against a former team.
Yeah.
I think it's in New York, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out. We're gonna go over the next game. But still, man, against your former team who drafted you, who let you go. Gosh, man, cherry on the top right there, man.
Against them this year in rush yards, and then
cherry
now to break the record.
Last game, cherry on the top. Oh my god! Imagine
he can get that in the first half. He can get 100 yards in the first half and just sit out. Get the record and just sit out.
Exactly, man.
You're good.
That's all they need, man. I'm telling you. And you know what? Jalen Hurts is not going to play. He's still under concussion protocol, so he's not going to play. They're going to rest him until the playoffs now. Yeah. Why not just give Saquon the ball every time and let him, even if he gets 2 yards to carry, who cares, man? There's 60 minutes of that game. Give him 2 yards to carry every single play. He's going to break that record. 101 is not hard to get, man. I'm telling you. So let him break it.
You know what? Knowing the Giants, they can do everything they can to stop the run. They might get blown out 40-10 because AJ Brown went off, but they will not. They will do their best to not let
they'll have AJ Brown wide open and Devontae Smith wide open.
Like
go guarding them.
Yeah,
you'll see the safeties in the corners coming in and
just see a zone blitz nonstop, 20% block the run, just nonstop.
Dude, it's crazy, man. But
yeah,
I hope he breaks it, man. I want to see it.
I hope so too, man. I celebrate anytime someone breaks a record like that. Man. I love being the fact that we can watch today's age and watch people break records.
I mean, come on, we just came off of one record, which is 50-50. Nobody has done it.
Yeah. Exactly.
50-50 club.
Jamar Chase can also get a triple crown to copy what Cooper Kupp did last year too. So
it's crazy, and I mean.
All right, next up we got the Bucks and the Panthers. Again, no surprise here. Bucks blowing them out 48-14. Pretty much securing the division, I think, for them.
Well, they needed because they had to win that because they needed Falcon to lose. So they needed and Baker went off. Baker went off, and the way the game was going with the Sunday Night Football, I didn't think Falcons were gonna lose. I thought they were gonna win that shit too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was surprised at the Falcons lost the game. That management of the clock was terrible in the fourth quarter. Okay, so Buccaneers blow out, and then Jaguars beat the Titans again. No one cares.
No one cared about
Dolphins beat the Browns. No one cares. Vikings and Packers, definitely a game that lived up to the hype. 27-25, close game. Packers made
Same thing,
a
right?
fourth quarter comeback.
Same thing as like week 3 or week 4. Same shit happened. Packers
Yeah,
were
so
down like
close.
3 touchdowns, and they had a chance to win again. Like, it's insane, dude. Same
Crazy,
outcome, man. I don't know if you remember that back in like early weeks, like Packers in Lambeau versus Minnesota.
Yep.
Minnesota jumped out to like a 28 to 10 lead or something, and Packers
Yeah.
come rowing back, and they had a chance to win it with a field goal or something. Something happened, but they lost that game by like 1, I think, or something. And now here, they lost by 2. But it's crazy, man. That was a good game in the end, but it was a blowout the whole way through. I mean, Minnesota had to control the game, so.
Yeah, and I am very, very happy for Sam Darnold. The dude has gone through a lot in the league, but having a place like Minnesota where he succeeded significantly, I mean, he probably should be in the MVP conversation, but he's not, because the numbers don't quite stack up to what Lamar and Josh Allen are putting out there. But do you think I think the big thing right now is that they're not sure if they're going to sign him. Do you think Sam Darnold is good for the future, or do you think they give him a couple of years and then see what the rookie? Because he also drafted rookie pretty high up
Look,
too.
I think Sam Darnold outplayed his contract with the Vikings
for sure.
And the thing, I don't feel Vikings will be able to retain him, because I do feel there's teams like Cleveland, not Carolina, but Cleveland, maybe Jacksonville. Those teams, they need a QB.
No, Jacksonville has Trevor Lawrence.
Dude, how much can you rely on that guy, man? Number 1 pick. I mean, you see what they have. Like there's some teams that are gonna not be able to draft like a QB. Like in this case, like the Raiders, right? They dropped number 8 all the way through. They might bring Sam Darnold. He's an SC guy, right? He's from West Coast, so there's teams out there that might overpay for him. And the thing is this: with the Vikings, they want to see what they have in McCarthy. They drafted him pretty high, man. And so I do feel that they want to give him the ball. But I mean, if I'm the Vikings, I mean, you have the team to win it now. I mean, Justin Jefferson's playing out of his mind, right? So
I mean, he went 14-2, dude. Like,
I know,
you
man.
cannot tell me that this guy is not coming back next year. If they were like 10 and something, 10 and 7, whatever.
I don't think they can afford him. I don't think they want to pay him.
I think Sam Darnold will probably stay for a pay cut.
Yeah,
because of
the opportunity.
How appreciative he is. But obviously, like, if the Jets come back and say we'll give you franchise money, he might leave.
I don't think he goes back to the Jets, but yeah, if they do, yeah, that'd be crazy. But did you see the celebration, man, in the locker room? That was a really good celebration, man.
Yeah,
for
that
him.
Was cool.
They threw water on him, and then they put him on his back and everything. Like, that was amazing, man.
That was pretty cool. I mean, you can tell the team rally around him. Again, everybody, including you and I, both didn't expect the Vikings to be good this year, and here they are 14-2, just killing it. Offense is amazing.
Vegas had them at 6 wins.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
they had them at 6 wins, and they doubled that mark.
Yeah,
already. So no one knew, man. No one even can even see this was gonna happen, and they only had 2 losses. Can you guess the 2 losses that came against?
Lions and who else? Rams. That's right. Lions and Rams.
There you go, brother. There you go. You catching along. Catching along.
Don't tell me that this Lions and the Vikings play right now. The Rams and the Vikings play right now. You telling me the Rams are favored in that game?
100%, brother. 100%.
Oh, I love it. Not even close, dude. Not even close.
We'll find out, man.
Vikings are so much better, man.
Playoffs
we'll
are
find
starting.
out soon enough. You're right. We'll find out soon enough.
Let's see who's standing.
And then the last game of the week, we got the Commanders and the Falcons. Commanders win this one in overtime with Jane Daniels having the game-winning touchdown. Again, the clock management of the Falcons, they don't know what they're doing. There's a big controversy around why is Raheem Morris not calling the timeouts properly. And it looks like it's a trend nowadays in the NFL where mismanagement in 2 minutes is bad. Tom Brady had a huge rant about how, like, why is this clock management so poor? I guess they were trusting the rookie to do it, but the rookie is a rookie. If it's Kirk Cousins, he would have a better idea what to do, but the freaking rookie in his second game starting, like, why trust it? Pretty much gave it a division because of that.
Dude, that game, the ending was effed up. Falcons had that game. They could have won that game.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
The refs even helped them out with the pass interference call.
Yeah, it's true.
So I really thought Falcons were gonna win that game, and I was like, dang, dude. I can't believe they're gonna pull this off, because Commanders were gonna, I don't know what the hell they were doing in defense, and they left so much time. So Commanders got the ball with under 2 minutes, right? Or like it was like minute and 19 seconds left. So Falcons goes and scores and ties the game up. Then it's about a minute and 19 left, or a minute and 30, whatever the hell left, right? And then freaking Jaden Daniels does 3 incompletes, span of like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Time barely went off.
Terrible management.
Time barely, and so you're giving the ball back to him like about a minute left to do it with 2 timeouts. And then I thought once they gave Falcons the ball back with 2 timeouts, they'll just need a field goal to win this game.
Yeah.
No, they didn't, man.
Nope.
Because the 2 timeouts, they couldn't handle their freaking timeouts, and they didn't know what the hell they were doing. So this game was interesting to watch. Went to overtime. It seemed like Washington just drained the clock all the way through.
Yeah.
They start off with the ball, and they scored right before 2-minute warning. Like they drained the whole clock, dude. I thought they were gonna. But I was telling my buddy, I was like, dude, I think they're gonna hit a field goal with a minute left. So then that means Falcons will have a chance to have a minute to go and get a field goal out of it.
A minute to go,
dude. It's insane, man. So, but yeah, that game was interesting to watch in the end, though. You can tell they're both rookie QBs, man. The way they're playing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So that is week 17. Let's go into last week of NFL.
Let's do it.
Again, before we do it, I am up $10 in our weekly challenge.
All right. So you have option. Either we continue our $5 bet, or we could do double or nothing.
Why don't no $5 bet?
All right, fine. We'll continue $5.
You know how much it took me to get back my lead? I had to go 3 straight weeks of losses. Why would I double it?
All right. You know what's happened? That's fine. You're gonna end up with only 10. Just letting you know. Or 5. Sorry. If I win, it'll be 5. Sorry. If you win, it'll be 15. So.
All right. Let's see. Now we got for game 1. We have the Browns and the Ravens. Ravens are favored by 18 points in this game in Baltimore. Give me the Ravens, dude. There's no shot with the Browns here.
Hell yeah, dude. Browns, dude. The Browns could barely even get like first down against Miami this past week. Same here, man.
Yeah. We got the Bengals and the Steelers. The Bengals are favored by 1.5 points. This is going to be in Pittsburgh, though. I think the Bengals win it because they need this win and hope the other team.
4 straight loss for my boy Tomlin, man. They're done. Bengals going to win this game, too. They need this game.
They need the game bad. All right, got the Falcons and Panthers again. Probably not going to matter anymore.
It does matter.
Falcons are favored by 8.5.
It does matter.
Well, I guess if the Falcons win and the
Tampa
Bucks
lose,
which I'm busting lose, but yeah, Falcons are favored by 8.5 points. Give me the Falcons.
Lost the Cowboys, bro. Tampa lost the Cowboys for no reason.
I know, but this is too important, dude. This is too important. Too important. You can't. And you're playing the Saints. The Saints are not good right now.
Okay.
You got the Falcons too?
Yes, sir. Falcons.
Yep. I got the Commanders and the Cowboys. Commanders are favored by 3.5 points in Dallas. Give me the Commanders here, though.
The Cowboys, because Commanders is going to rest everyone. They clinched it.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah.
So give me Commanders. Just a second to the Cowboys.
Yeah. So we
Bears and Packers. Packers are favored by 8.5 points in Lambeau. Give me the Packers. Your Bears. Even if the Packers bench when they're still going to win.
Same here.
They're just terrible.
Seriously. Yeah, I'm the Packers too.
All right, got the Texans and the Titans in a game that no one's going to watch again. The Titans are favored by 1 point. This is going to be in Nashville. Give me the Texans. I feel like they'll be able to win this game easily.
Texas already wrapped with their division too, dude. So Titans, I think they're just going to win this game.
Titans win the game?
Yeah, Titans.
All right, you got the Colts and the Jags. Colts are favored by 5.5 points in Lucas Oil. Give me the Colts here, though.
Jags the Colts.
All right, you got the Bills and the Patriots. This is going to be not as close as the other one, but it's going to be in Foxborough. So Bills are favored by 3 points only. I mean, I guess the Bills probably will just bench everyone, right? Yeah, they're going to bench everyone. So yeah, give me the Patriots here.
Same here, bro.
They say they're going to get the starting streak, and then they'll bench everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Pats, same here. Pats.
Yeah. I got the Eagles and the Giants in Philly. The Eagles are favored by 3 points only. No Jalen Hurts. Saquon probably beats his record, but give me the Eagles here.
Eagles. I got the Giants because even though Saquon will get it, then they're gonna rest everyone, man.
I
And,
think,
and,
I
and,
think
and Drew Lock
the Eagles win it.
thinks like he's playing like week 2 and he's gonna win this shit again. So.
I got the Saints and the Bucks. Bucks are favored by 13 points at home. Give me the Bucks here.
Bucks will clinch it, man. Bucks will clinch it. They'll win this, and they clinch it.
All right, I got the Broncos and the Chiefs. Broncos are favored by 9.5 points, probably the highest against the Chiefs. But again, probably because no one's playing for the Chiefs in Colorado. You know, I'm an optimist. Give me the Chiefs because I really, really want to see Bengals make it.
My boy Carson Wentz is playing for a next contract, man. To start, he's gonna prove Broncos that your ass gonna lose. There you go.
Oh man, crazy! I cannot wait to see that. Chargers Raiders. Chargers favored by 5.5 points. Chargers clinch pretty much. They're good, right? So they're probably gonna bench everybody. But still, the Raiders, they need to lose. So give me the Chargers.
Exactly. Chargers are gonna win this one too.
Rams Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 3 in Inglewood. This game doesn't really matter, right? Because
it doesn't matter. They're not gonna play anyone. But I do feel Rams will win this one because it's seeding. If Rams lose and Bucks win, then Rams fall to 4th, and instead of 3rd. And if you do 4th, then you might face either Detroit or Minnesota or Green Bay.
Yeah, the game being 3rd. Give me the Rams though.
Same here.
They beat them in
Exactly.
Jets Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 1 point in MetLife Stadium. Again, I'm hoping for this Bengals optimistic line, so give me the Jets here.
Hopefully, who was it? Tyrod Taylor, the QB for Jets. Hopefully, he comes through, man.
By Aaron Rodgers, I think. Those are out there. Yeah. Niners Cardinals. Again, this game doesn't really matter at all. No. Cardinals are favored by 2.5 points in Glendale. Give me the Cardinals.
Same here, Cardinals.
And then last but not least, the biggest game of the week for the last game of the year. Vikings, Lions for the division, for the number 1 seed.
All right.
Detroit is favored by 3.
Let's say at the same time because I don't want each of us to kind of give our picks and then kind of go with it. So after 3, we're gonna yell the team that's gonna win the division, okay? And get the number 1 overall seed. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Minnesota.
Lions.
Vikings, baby. Vikings are gonna take this shit.
This is in Detroit. Don't forget.
No, man, I don't give a shit. They're playing with so much confidence right now that is unbelievable, man. Lions is playing well too. Don't get me wrong, man. But Lions showed too. They could have lost to Niners today. The team that dude, Vikings creaming everyone. Like there's nothing they can even the teams they're supposed to be, they're whooping their ass. Like there's
that's true.
So they're playing with so much confidence, man. And they know that if they win this game, they get first round bye. Dude.
I still think the Lions win this one. I think MCDC really wants this to be the stamp of their dominance back-to-back years.
Dang, man. So we defer on
5 games. Yeah. All right.
So it's not going to be a tie for sure. So either you're going to go home.
$15 coming in.
Either you're going home with the $15 or it's going to be $5.
$15 coming in. Dang,
man. All right, man. Let's switch gear to the NBA. Our team. They gave LeBron a present,
wait. Before the NBA. All right. I want to do one trivia.
All right, let's do it.
Which is football related. So, all right. So, as we know, Saquon Barkley is on the verge of beating Eric Dickerson's single season record for rushing. And I had a chat with our buddy of ours who is a big Philly fan, and he had the guts to tell me that he thinks Saquon is better than Barry Sanders.
Oh, hell no.
He is not.
Oh, hell no.
Not even close.
Is he crazy?
So I want you to tell me the top 5 rushing leaders in the NFL all time, from number 1 through 5.
Dang, dude. 1 through 5.
Number 1 you should know, right? It's your second favorite team.
Okay, so Barry Sanders in it, for sure.
Yeah, Barry Sanders is number 4, yes.
Number 4, okay. Mm-hmm. Eric Dickerson has to be in there.
Eric Dickerson's number 9.
AP?
Yes. Adrian Peterson is number 5. Come on, number 1.
Oh, wait. Emmitt Smith.
Yes. Number 1. Emmitt Smith, number 1.
So I got
So you're
one.
missing number 2 and 3 now. So you got 1, Emmitt Smith, number 4, Barry Sanders, number 5, AP.
Is he current
So you
right
got
now
2
or
and 3.
no? Oh, OJ.
No. No. OJ.
OJ's on it. Ladinian
One of
Tomlinson.
them, no,
Oh wow. Is it current or active or
not current.
no?
Not active. One just recently retired, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
Marshall Faulk is on there, right?
No, he's number 12.
Okay.
I'll give you a team. So one guy played for the Cleveland Browns. Oh, sorry, Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. And the third guy played for the Niners, and he's the more recent one.
Gosh, dude.
You wouldn't think it. Honestly, you wouldn't think it. But this guy has been good for a very long time.
When you said Cleveland, Jim Brown?
So it was in Cleveland. It was Chicago Bears. But not Jim Brown. Good guess. Jim Brown, number 11.
Okay, the guy from Niners, man. What's his name? Gosh, I'm missing his name.
I know you know this guy's name. It's just that he just doesn't seem like...
He has a son that plays now in football, I think. Dang.
I guess you're right. He does have a son playing now. Yeah, he's in the Bills.
What's his name? God dang it. Dang.
First name starts with F. Last name starts
Frank
with G.
Gore.
Yes,
Frank Gore.
And then number 2 is
it's from Cleveland side.
Chicago, and he's from the what area would he be? Like the 80s, before our time.
It's not Dickerson. No, not Dickerson. It's not. That's Rams, but it's not Mike Ditka
His last
either.
name.
Mike Ditka was like a tight end or something, right?
Yeah, no, he's a running back. He does have an award named after himself. It's something NFL Man of the Year.
Oh, Walter Payton.
Yes.
Oh
Walter
shit! Okay.
That's right.
You know, I didn't think of Walter Payton, dude. To be honest, I didn't even know he was a running back.
I know.
To be honest, I didn't even know he was a running back.
I thought Frank Gore. I was surprised to see Frank Gore
Frank
so
Gore's
high.
that high though, dude?
Yeah, number 3 all time.
Frank
Crazy,
Gore?
huh?
Dang. But you know what?
The
Though
only person that's
he played for a long
active
time. He played for a long time.
Yeah. The only person that's active so far in the top 25 is only Derrick Henry. Everybody else is not active.
Dang, dude.
It's crazy. And Derrick Henry's only 20.
Dude, their lifespan is not that great.
Yeah, especially now with the way it's done. It's all in the air, anyways. All right, let's go into NBA. Okay, that's good trivia.
That's great trivia.
Biggest news is, and I'm not 100% fully caught into this, so give me the whole drama behind Mike Brown and Sacramento. So, like, Mike Brown gets fired. Looks like seemingly after criticizing De'Aaron Fox for a couple of games back to back around his defense and whatnot.
So yeah,
next day he gets fired. What happened?
So there was a game, right? They played. I think Mike Brown got fired Saturday. He got fired Saturday. So there was a game on Friday. Kings were playing the Raptors in Sacramento, and Kings were up by 10 with 2 minutes to go. They let Raptors come back, and the game was a 3-point game with I think like 5 seconds to go or something, or like 8 seconds to go, whatever the case is, right? Under 10 seconds, Raptors ball, Kings up by 3. I guess in the timeout when they called, Mike Brown told the players when they dribbling the ball, foul them, because we rather have them shoot free throws than have them attempt a 3. They didn't listen. They didn't do that, right? And then what happened was they dribbled for like 8 seconds, and then they passed it to Lively, in the corner, and that was De'Aaron Fox's man, and he was. And then what happened was he did a closeout on him, and so Lively was smart about it, and then he kind of like got contact and he did and one. So he actually made the 3, and he made the free throw.
4-point play.
And Kings lost by 1. So when the game was over, Mike Brown asked what happened. So he literally threw all the players under the bus by saying that, look, in the timeout, I told them that, look, if they're backing up on you or if they're dribbling the ball, foul them. Right? We want them to shoot free throws and not get a 3-point attempt. I instructed that to the team. Secondly, we're up by 3. You should not be, as a defender, you should not be in a help side position. You should be hugging your player at a 3-point line, which is correct. You're up by 3. The only thing that's going to kill you is a 3-pointer. If they want to go for a layup, let them go for a layup. Who cares? But the thing is, so basically he said that I don't know what Fox was doing. I gotta go. He said I gotta go watch the video again and kind of see what Fox was doing there by being help side, because he shouldn't have been doing a closeout. Meaning that he did a closeout, so he was a little kind of out of control there, and he ended up fouling the 3-point shooter and got an and one out of it. So De'Aaron Fox is a superstar player, and he literally, went off on him by saying that why did he do a closeout? He should be hugging his man. He should be on the 3-point line and not let him, attempt that. Then what happened on Saturday? Sunday they were gonna play Lakers, right? No, sorry, let me fast forward. This game happened on Thursday, and then Friday they were gonna fly. Friday they were gonna fly to LA. Before they fly to LA, they had practice on Friday in the morning, and then when he was going to the team plane, he got a notification from Bleacher that he's been fired.
Jeez,
that's why all the coaches kind of came and like freaking said everything they can about the Kings organization. Like, that's such a worse way to handle it. So so no one even told him that he was fired. He found out like how we found out that he was fired. And then, so basically the game happened on Thursday. They had practice on Friday morning, and then they had a media session morning, and then they were going to get on the flight to play Lakers on Saturday. And right before getting on the flight, he got fired. And if you ask my opinion, man, he's the only coach in Sacramento after the heydays of 2000 that kind of got the Kings back where they were. They haven't made the playoffs in 16 years. Mike Brown came and kind of changed the philosophy and how it went. And so basically, he shouldn't be fired. He should have had a little more leash. And to be honest with you, for him to criticize De'Aaron Fox, I mean, it is true. Why are you doing why are you even fouling in that person? And second of all, why are you doing help side defense? And why are you doing a closeout, right? I mean, De'Aaron Fox is a smart player. He's it's just like what, 8th year, I think, or 7th year in the NBA. He's a veteran player. So he shouldn't even be doing a closeout. He knows the only shot that can beat you is a 3-point shot. So he shouldn't be even helping out. He should be at the 3-point line, especially guarding his man, And then for Kings organization just to kind of pull the leash and probably just fire Mike Brown after this guy put you back on the map and got you into the playoffs after 16 years, I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, you don't do that, So what is your take on this, man?
Same. I mean, I don't know you can fire, because he's the former coach of the year, first ever unanimous coach of the year, right? First ever. So like, he did turn his franchise around. He just signed an extension for 3 more years.
Yeah.
And then you fire him like this. Like, I know there was also some grumblings around like De'Aaron Fox and what's the other guy's name? His name already. DeRozan. Apparently they were the one that were complaining to the GM and the owner about how he was doing. I get that Mike Brown should not be criticizing his players in the media, right? Like, that's not a way to do it. You do it when you're practicing and all that kind of stuff. But as a Kings ownership, like, you don't have a better coach than Mike Brown. Like, there is not a better coach out there that's going to make your team better. Like, how do you fire somebody this way, in this fashion, non-professional way, versus telling them face-to-face and just having him find out through Bleacher Report of all things?
And going to the flight, going to your plane, and
I don't like it at all. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Sacramento Kings ever since the Kobe and Shaq days. We all call them
Queens.
Sacramento Queens and all that kind of stuff, right?
But
so like, it's good to see it, but at the same time, Mike Brown is a freaking amazing coach, man. How do you do that to that guy?
And just to kind of correct myself, it wasn't Toronto. Sorry, it was Detroit, and
Detroit,
that was a player. Yeah. And so, but no, I agree with you, man. And at the same time, that's why all the coaches like Mike Malone's and Rick Carlisle from Indiana, they all came to rescue, saying, "What the hell is this?" Like, even I was shocked. I mean, Mike Brown deserves
job security.
Mike Brown, and he just signed an extension in June.
And this is the issue that a lot of people have with the NBA, is that the players have too much power. And this is exactly the kind of stuff that they will point out. Like, look, because De'Aaron Fox was butthurt about it, he got the coach of the year fired. Like, who else is out there that can have that much of a potential job security than the former coach of the year?
And I understand Sacramento was on a 5-game losing streak ever since they, I understand back 2 years ago, when they were like number 3 or 4 in the West. Ever since that year, they've been descending and not ascending to, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, the standings. And so I understand they were on a 5-game losing streak. And I think they lost, I think they're 9 of their 10 games or something in this past month or so. And so I understand they're doing bad. I mean, but again, they would have turned it around is the West. West is very competitive.
Exactly.
Like, we talked about it last week that 2 through 10 is decided by 3 games still, 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
So you're not out of it. I mean, as you can see. So for them to just fire him, and also like now the rumors are coming out that Mike. Obviously when your team is struggling, you got to make adjustments. So Mike Brown was considering bringing DeRozan off the bench. Just to kind of do different lineups to see what works, and that's what you got to do when a team is not playing well, and maybe do that, right? And then I guess he is not in, and obviously DeRozan's their big signing this offseason, and obviously the owner loves DeRozan, right? And so obviously that didn't go well. And then second, there's rumors coming out that Fox, who's potentially going to be a free agent this offseason, could leave because he doesn't want to play for Mike Brown either. And so there's so much stuff going on in that, area. So it's like it's not working well. And so he deserved a longer leash before getting fired.
Yeah.
And so
that's the thing that's frustrating. I say it again, this is why people get so frustrated with NBA, is that these players have way too much power, literally.
And that's the reason why the ratings are low, man, because players, like you said, players have too much power. If this would have happened in Pittsburgh, they're not going to fire Mike Tomlin. If this would have happened in KC, they're not firing Andy Reid. If this would have happened in the Rams, they're not firing Sean McVay. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're Matthew Stafford or Puka or Cooper Kupp. You're not getting Sean McVay fired. I'm sorry. You're not bigger than the coach, So that's why NFL's always, the ratings are amazing, man, to be honest with you. And so this
is the only organization in the NBA that's like this, that's run like how you just mentioned, is Miami.
And San Antonio.
Because Pat Riley has a huge thing like, Spoelstra is my guy. He is the best coach for this team. Jimmy Butler bitches about him. Whatever. Get out of here. LeBron wanted him out. I don't care, LeBron, what you say. This is our guy.
Exactly.
You're going to deal with him. And maybe that's why LeBron left. Who knows? But that's what I appreciate about the Miami Heat. That other teams, and even the Lakers are the same way.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, if one day LeBron waits him, it's like JJ Redick doesn't. Okay, yeah, you're out.
Yeah, exactly. The two teams, like you said, is Miami and San Antonio for me. San
Antonio.
They keep their coaches. So, it doesn't matter what happens. Like Kawhi Leonard didn't want to play for Pop anymore because they had some falling out. No,
right. Cool.
They let Kawhi go. You know. And so it's crazy, man. So, but let's move on, man. Another big news.
Lakers, bigger. What do you think of the signing? So we get rid of D'Lo.
Huge.
And
I'm not saying this because I'm a Laker homer. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Laker homer. But bro, this is huge.
Is this the move that's gonna make it a championship contender?
No, hell.
Okay, then what does it matter?
Well, it's a piece to get to there, right?
Okay.
Because the thing is this, we only gave up an expiring contract in D'Angelo and a second round pick, I think, and 3 second round picks. Not even a first pick, not first round picks, right? Which are covered, in the NBA. And so that's huge. We kept our first round pick. So the reason why I say it's so huge is because the night before there was a proposed deal out there that Brooklyn was going to take, which included, a few players plus a first round pick from Memphis going to Brooklyn for Finney Smith. And so basically Finney Smith was worth a first round pick, but Lakers got Finney Smith just for D'Angelo's expiring contract, which, you can tell Redick was done with D'Angelo. And then also, we got Shea Milton and Finney Smith. And Finney Smith's like a Lamar Odom, man, to be honest with you, the way he plays and everything. He guards 1 through 5. He's able to switch anything. He plays really good defense, good team defense. This year he's having a career high in 3-point shooting, which is like about 45% or so. And if you want to go back to playing with, he played well with Luka and Luka is a superstar. So he complemented Luka really well. And Luka loves Finney Smith, and he's that glue piece, man, that you need for a championship team. No, this does not make them a championship team. With this move, plus whatever Rob does going forward, will make them a championship team, right? Because we have our 3 first-round picks still. And now let's see what he can do. If you tell me, okay, for example, this is hypothetical. If they can somehow turn around, right, and go get, the guy from Chicago, Vucevic, I think we're talking now. I think we're talking a championship team because if you have a center as Vucevic and then you have pull forward as Anthony Davis and Finney Smith, LeBron, and Reeves, I like my chances. You know,
We
going up
don't have a
against
point guard though.
huh?
We don't have a point guard.
I mean, LeBron's always gonna be a point guard, right? I mean, I know we don't have a traditional point, and that's what they're gonna go away from. Having a traditional point. LeBron's gonna handle the ball. Austin Reeves, has been handling the ball lately. He's been throwing up like 10 dimes, 12 dimes already. So it's gonna be like a. I don't know if you remember when Kobe's heyday, we didn't even have a point guard. Derek Fisher wasn't a true point guard. I mean, you can't tell me Derek Fisher was giving like 10 assists. No, he was like an Austin Reeves. He brought the ball up and then gave it to Kobe. And Kobe was like basically running the like triangle offense and half court offense and took over, right? So Austin Reeves is kind of like that, kind of like Derek Fisher, where he'll bring the ball up and kind of do whatever he has to do, and then get everyone in the offense, and then LeBron will take over and like kind of maneuver the offense, kind of thing, So kind of take the pressure off LeBron, right? But I do feel that if we can add a center, like anyone, I think we have a solid chance in the West, and we have a good team, good depth, all around team.
So my only thing with this trade was because there was a rumor that I think they were trying to throw out D'Angelo Russell and I think Austin Reeves for De'Aaron Fox. That would have been a good trade. That was a rumor that I saw out there. Like, I mean, I'm glad we got rid of D'Lo for sure, 100%. He's worth like Westbrook. It's addition by subtraction, right? So I'm glad he's gone, but he would be a good big piece in a major trade. Like if you're trying to get Vucevic, who are you going to give up? Rui? Because you have to give up a couple of good bench players. They're not going to just let him walk for like
he's making about 20 million, right? So you have you have what's his name, the point guard from Miami. I forgot his name. Not Vincent, who makes 11 million, right? And then you can pair him up with like a Jarrett who hasn't played, get his contract, who makes another 12 million and a first round pick, and go get him.
But did the Bulls would they want that kind of trade?
Because they're trying to get rid of him, right? For a first round. If they can get a first round pick, if they can get a pick out of it, they will, right?
Okay.
Because they see potential in Vanderbilt. When healthy, is a good player, a solid player, right? And then also
isn't Finney Smith just a more consistent Vanderbilt? Isn't
better
that what we
better
brought
version,
Vanderbilt for?
Way better version of it. So now this makes Vanderbilt expandable, right?
Yeah.
So we have his contract. I mean, he's making 12 million, right? Same thing with Gabe Vincent making 10 million. That's 22 million, right? So, and to be honest with you, if we could get a center by unloading one of those players, I don't mind. You're still keeping, and to answer your question about De'Aaron Fox, yes, the rumor is still out there. De'Aaron's not going to get traded until February. Nothing's going to be pulled, right? So there's still Lakers. That's what I'm trying to say. The reason I love this deal is that Lakers did not give up a first round pick at all. So they still have a chance to go get De'Aaron. And to be honest with you, you can still include Austin Reeves in this deal. And like I don't mind including Austin Reeves and Ryu Hachimura and like a couple of first round picks, and because they'll get the contract over. Because Austin makes 15, Ryu makes 16. That's like about 30 something million right there. And you get 2 first round picks and get De'Aaron. Now look at it. You out De'Aaron Fox, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Finney Smith. It's not bad, man. You have to play for them. Think about that lineup right there.
We're very top heavy. We haven't solved the bench issues that we have.
Shea Milton, man. I'm telling you, this guy's gonna produce. Milton's gonna produce.
Lakers fans say that about every new player we get. Oh,
but dude,
he's a big deal.
But he's produced.
He's gonna be better in the Lakers.
No, but he's produced elsewhere though, right? Milton, he's been putting up numbers. Like, I mean, it's not he hasn't. He's not a scrub. I mean, in Sixers he played well. In Brooklyn he played well. So he's a good player that he can come off the bench and give you like spark off the bench.
Yeah, but we're not solving for the main issue here.
I think they're better now
Our
than they were yesterday.
It has not gotten better with these moves.
You don't think so? Wow. Okay. I think they're better today than they were yesterday.
They're a little better. A little. But a little better, it means we're still in the play-in.
I mean, right now we're numbers.
A little better. I don't think this is like mind-blowing in my eyes.
Okay.
Mind-blowing would be we get Vucevic, right, like you said. That's mind-blowing, yes. Then I'm like, this is the move we need. This is depending on who we give up. This is who we needed. But these role players that we're getting, great, but It's just
I don't
like
know.
what people said
I
about
don't know
Cam
if
Reddish. Well, it's the same thing I heard about Cam Reddish. I heard
no,
about
but
Vanderbilt.
no.
I heard
Finney
about all
Smith,
these
but
players. Like, oh my god,
Finney Smith is not your regular mid-level player, right? Cam Reddish is your mid-level player. Like Finney Smith is not like.
that's not what people said though. You go back, same with Vanderbilt. When we got Vanderbilt, or even Gabe Vincent.
He did.
Oh my god, he's a
No, but
knockdown
like
3-point shooter.
Vanderbilt, but
Here
when
we
he
go.
played like that though, right? He played like the defense was amazing. Like he was there getting all
But
the
same with
loose
Gabe
balls.
Vincent.
I
Like,
mean,
oh my god, he's a sharpshooter from the Heat. Look at the guy into
oh,
the Eastern Conference playoffs.
exactly.
All that stuff. I get it. Lakers fans are like amazingly hyped about every little player we get, but you never. It doesn't translate until we get a big player. But the bench is still gonna be a huge issue for us.
Look out for Shea Milton,
And
man.
LeBron doesn't play defense anymore. So you put 4 players 4-on-5 every single time when you go out there with LeBron out there.
I'm just saying, just watch out for Shea Milton. He'll produce. Oh,
Here we go again.
Because I've watched
deja vu all over again.
I watched his game, man. I'm telling you, when he played for Sixers, when he played for Brooklyn, he's played well, man. He's not a scrub. I'm telling you.
What is he gonna average for us? Tell me. He's Mr. Triple Single right now.
If he gets
triple single,
if he gets opportunity, they love Cam Reddish too much to even like have him play. But if he has chance to play, he'll score between 6 and 10 points.
That's what we're happy about. 6-10 points.
I mean, we'll see. Let's wait and watch.
All right, I'm waiting for the moves. I'm waiting.
Hey, look
again.
They got someone. They got someone without giving a first round pick. That's huge, man.
This with our team, I just don't think it's getting players. We have enough talent in our team.
Yeah,
there's enough talent in our team as it is.
Yeah,
Don Connect could be Rookie of the Year, right? Like I truly believe that.
Yeah,
we have Rui, we have great players, but there is an issue of culture and expectations in our team. That's the issue. You can keep bringing in people nonstop to make the roster look cool, but it's not going to solve the underlying problem.
You will see, man. I'm a big fan of Finney Smith, man. He's played for Dallas. He's a really good player.
Dude. He's talented. I'm also a fan of Rui Hachimura. I think Rui Hachimura could be an all-star someday, but we're not utilizing him as he needs to.
You really think that did Rui Hachimura could be an all-star?
Dude, when he came from the Wizards, he was legit on that track. And then the Lakers made him worse. He was on the track. He was better than Kyle Kuzma is. I mean, Kyle Kuzma, no one wants his ass anymore.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got rid of him.
Hell no.
He's a joke of a player.
Hell no.
But, like, Rui was on that path. He was a young kid, averaging 15, 16 points a game, solid player. Yeah. And then the Lakers just dumbed him down.
Like a mini Kawhi, right? He plays like Kawhi.
Yeah. But not as good of a defender. But again, we'll see, man. The season's super young. We're still in the play-in. I'm still correct. We'll see where we are, right? We'll see where everything lands.
We get Vucevic. By the way, there's like four teams tied for the 4th. Just letting you know that, including the Lakers. Just saying.
I look at the roster right now. We're 18 and 13. We're 7 plays.
So we're 18 and 13. That's 31 games, right? We always talk about the marks, right? Like after 10 games, 20 games, and 30 games. So we just finished 31 games, right? Which we were 18 and 13. And I know people made a big deal about where we were after 20 games, right? With Darvin Ham's record. So where were we after 31 games with Darvin Ham?
I haven't looked.
Well, I looked. I know the answer. Okay, I'm just telling you. Give me. So right now we're 18 and 13, which is 5 games above 500. 5 games above 500. What do you think we were with Darvin Hams?
I don't know. 15 and 15.
Very close,
15,
man.
15, 16.
Very close. 16 and 15.
1 game over 500.
Yeah, 1 game. That's it. A huge difference, man.
5.
A huge difference from being 5 and 1 game. Just
no. Don't give me that.
Huge.
Don't give me that. It's not a huge difference.
It's a huge. What are you talking about?
Me that, man.
You're talking about 5 games? Is that a huge difference?
It's not. It's not.
Tapas, are you
where
shitting me, dude? What's wrong with you? 5 games above 500 is huge than being only 1 game above 500. That's talking about okay. Right now we're tied to be in the 4th place. And with this record, with 16 and 15, we would be like
we're not
in the 10th.
In 4th place.
Huh?
The team ahead of us is 7 games over 500 in 4th place. It's the Mavericks. They're 20 and 13.
No, Mavericks are 20 and 13. I'm talking about loss columns. I don't talk about the wins, right? So I mean, everyone's tied for loss.
What do you mean?
Because they play 2 more games. Because they have played 2 more games, right? So technically, okay, they're game and a half ahead of us, right? If you're looking at it that way. They're a game and a half ahead of, because they played 2 more games more than us. We only played 18. We only played 31. They played 33 so far, right? So what I'm trying to say is that same record that you're talking about, 16 and 15, the Darvin Ham record, we would be either 10th or the 11th.
No, we wouldn't.
Huh?
16 and 15, we would be 8th place. Because right now, San Antonio is 16 and 16, Golden State 16
Yeah,
and 16.
16 and 16, yeah.
So we would be ahead of them.
Okay, fine.
So we would be down 1 spot.
2 spots. 9 spot, bro. We'll be 9th.
1 spot. Because Minnesota would move up.
Minnesota is 17 and 14. So Minnesota would be ahead,
Minnesota would move up, right? Yeah, so they'd be 7th place, and then we would be 8th spot.
Oh, yeah. We could take the Lakers out. That's right, yeah. Okay. All right, man. We'll see what happens at 41. You know, you're not too big fan of it, I guess. I'm happy.
I pride myself on being a very objective fan, not a diehard fan, not a every player Lakers get is an all-star. He's gonna be the difference maker.
I don't think you know. I don't think you know Finney Smith's game, bro. To be honest with you,
because I've watched the Mavericks.
Everyone's like shocked that they got him. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's a really good player.
Trust me, I know he's a good player. I'm not saying that. He's a good player, but the issue with the team is not the players, is not the talent. It's other things.
No, I get it.
So no matter who you could put Giannis in here. It's like the Bucks. They have Giannis and Damian Lillard, but the issue is not the two. It's the coaching, it's the decision making, it's all that stuff. They have Middleton, Giannis, and Lillard. And you tell me that team's not a championship threat? They're not, right? No one's taking them seriously because there's underlying reasons why that's team's not working out. Same with the Lakers, dude. Like, we have the talent. I never said Lakers are not talented. It's the other issues within and the culture that we have set. That's the issue.
Isn't it crazy that they're talking about LeBron wanted to go to LeBron get traded to Golden State, and Golden State is like behind us, way behind us.
So I mean, it can still happen, right? Because Golden State could be more aggressive in ranking LeBron now that they're struggling.
Or they could be the opposite, trade Steph to Lakers.
No. Steph is single-handedly carrying this league right now. With do you see his play that he had? Sure. Steph is the reason why people are still going to the Warriors game. Warriors get rid of Steph. No one's coming to their games anymore. Either the Lakers, you get rid of Steph, you get rid of LeBron. People are still going to show up.
Oh, yeah.
So
they're always going to show up, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we'll see midway through the season, see how we're doing. Are we still in the are we in the play-in still? Are we doing better? How does the new All-Star look in our team? We'll see all that. We're going to see it. But again, I am more interested in next week's games. Lions, I cannot freaking wait for the NFL.
Dude, same here.
Postseason start, man. It's going to be freaking amazing.
I can't wait either, man. I mean, that game is going to end it off the regular season with the Lions and the Vikings. And then
what a way to end the season, dude.
That Sunday night is going to break all kinds. It's going to shatter all kinds of record, man. That Sunday night football game.
I'm so hyped. I'm gonna watch a pregame. I never watched pregame. I will watch a pregame for that.
Think about it, man. The team who wins will get first round bye and number 1 seed, and the team that loses goes all to the 5th spot, dude. Like,
crazy, dude. Crazy.
And think about it. If you're Lions, you were number 1 the whole entire season, all the way to week 17, entering 18, and then if you lose this game, you're actually gonna be on the road, and you're gonna be playing a team like Tampa or the Rams. If they face the Rams, god dang. We got revenge from last year. That'd be great.
Or the Vikings play the Rams, and then we'll see, like you said.
Oh,
dude. One of the two teams.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That the Vikings have lost to was the Rams.
It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing.
So that would be crazy to see, too.
It'll be amazing.
But, all right, well, we'll call it there. Excited again for next week.
Hell yeah,
it's going to be freaking awesome. We will be back on Monday to recap the crazy.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everyone. Signing off 2024, guys. Hell yeah. Exactly. Brown balls out.